Hello there, welcome to my channel. I just saw Jurassic World Dominion, which is the third Jurassic World film and the sixth movie in the Jurassic Park franchise. It has an all-star cast returning, including Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and original cast members like Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum. This film takes place 4 years after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Dinosaurs are living and hunting alongside humans after the events of the last movie. Both humans and dinosaurs are struggling to live amongst each other. The story focuses on two different storylines. One storyline involves the young girl Maisie and Blue's baby raptor getting kidnapped, which leads to Claire and Owen going on a rescue mission to rescue them. The second story involves Dr. Grant, Dr. Sattler, and Dr. Malcolm trying to bring down a company that's involved in some very nefarious things. Now, when it comes to the Jurassic Park franchise, a lot of people love the first film and don't like the sequels or just don't care much for the sequels. I do not fall into that category. I've personally enjoyed all of the movies. The first one is definitely the best, but I like all the sequels as well. Jurassic World Dominion is supposed to be a conclusion to an almost 30-year franchise, and while I did enjoy this movie, this is a disappointing conclusion to this franchise. It's not all bad though. For starters, pretty much all of the cast gave good performances, especially Jeff Goldblum, Chris Pratt, and Bryce Dallas Howard. There's also this new character named Kayla, played by DeWanda Wise. She was a great addition to this movie. Her character is very smart, tough, and pretty funny at times. It's really nice to see the original cast back. The characters have also grown from the last movie they were in, which was nice to see as well. The movie does a good job showing where the characters are now and how characters are dealing with changes in their own lives, such as what Dr. Grant and Dr. Sattler have been doing, and how Claire and Owen are adjusting to being the guardians of Maisie. There are many callbacks to the first film in this movie, and I enjoyed those. I really enjoyed the action scenes. There's especially one action scene that turns into a chase scene with dinosaurs that was really good, real intense, and well shot. As for negatives, for one thing, this movie is supposed to be a conclusion, and it does not feel like one. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if another movie was announced, because the movie ends in a way where another movie could be made. The movie is pretty underwhelming. The stakes in this movie does not feel very high, which is a shame, because a major theme throughout the movies is how disastrous it would be to live amongst dinosaurs, and in this movie it doesn't seem all that troubling to humanity, which I feel was a huge missed opportunity for this movie. Like the other two Jurassic World movies, this movie has many subplots and just has way too much going on in it. Less is more, and the story could have been much simpler because these various plots are not balanced well. The movie does take quite a bit to get going. I understand the movie is trying to set up all of the characters, but it did make the movie drag at the beginning. This movie also really doesn't feel like a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movie in some parts. A big chunk of this movie feels like a Mission Impossible movie with some dinosaurs sprinkled in it. I enjoyed that chunk of the movie, but it feels very out of place. Also, like with other Jurassic World movies, there are some parts that are just flat out silly. I won't spoil anything, but there are scenes where things happen and characters do things that are just silly. In summary, while I had a great time with this movie, it is definitely flawed and far from the best conclusion we could have had for the franchise. If you're like me and liked all of the movies, you'll probably enjoy this one. If not, you probably won't like this movie. Side note, I saw this in 3D. Personally, I'm not a fan of 3D. The 3D for the most part is okay, but in scenes that are very dark, the 3D is not very good. Anyway, I'm going to give Jurassic World Dominion a C+. I hope to do a video talking about spoilers in about a week or two. By that point, most people should have seen the film. Let me know in the comments below if you like Jurassic World Dominion or if you did not like it. Let me know how this movie ranks with you in the franchise. Do you think it's the worst one? Do you think it's pretty good? Let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching my video and seeing art from my perspective.